Hi, hello everybody. My name is Bram, CEO of Solventure, and today I want to talk to you about what about promotions and events when we do leading indicator forecasting. Well, let's start by drawing an example time series. Your time series might look like the following. You might see something like the following. And basically what we want to do is we want to reveal the underlying trend, like what is the trend and what are the trend changes, because we want to match the leading indicators to the underlying trend and the trend changes. To reveal the underlying trend, we might need to deal with promotions, events. I'll give a typical example. It could be that I say, if I look at this downward peak, this was actually January, maybe this was February, this is again January. This could be the effect of Chinese New Year. Another effect I might have is over here. I might say, well, I know that at this point in time, maybe one of my key competitors had severe supply issues, so he was not able to deliver. Or maybe I know that in this period of time, because of an announced price increase, or because of announced import tariffs or what have you, my sales was abnormally high, but it was a one-time volume. So before we can start with the leading indicator forecasting, we need to remove some events, some promotions can also be an example of events before we can reveal the underlying trend, and it's the underlying trend to which we will match the indicator. So if we would treat Chinese New Year as an event, we would say, well, controlling for Chinese New Year, maybe I get something like the following. This is controlling for Chinese New Year. If I control here for the effect that one of my key competitors was unable to supply and had a major supply issue, maybe my sales would be normalized to something like the following. Right? If I normalize my time series and I control for some of these events, I can really see what is the underlying trend. And in this specific case, well, the real underlying trend would be something like the following. It's not very exciting as an underlying trend. If we want to match leading indicators, we want to see more trend changes, which is not the case here. But at least we hope that illustrates the principle that we say, before we can reveal the underlying trend and start matching indicators towards the underlying trend, we might need to control for certain events. Typically we control for calendar seasonality, but Chinese New Year is not standard calendar seasonality. It's not occurring each year at the same time, so we need to add extra data to control for that. This is also not recurring seasonality. This is a one-time event caused by a competitor being out of stock, or maybe caused by a price increase or an import tariff. So we need to remove some of that variance from the time series to reveal the underlying trend, and it's to the blue line that we will then match leading indicators. So that's what we wanted to share with you about promotions and events, and we'll be back for more.